Where, where did these bees come from? I need to go on PetCemetery.com.
Hello and welcome once again to Chalk Talk. I am your host, Jerry Shepard, the Bug Doctor. This is episode 3, Trapping Rats and Mice. As always, visit our site for more details, or you can get a hold of me directly via email. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can. It was said a long time ago, build a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door. No truer words were ever spoken, and man has been trying to build that perfect mousetrap ever since. From the gruesome to the high-tech, to the almost unexplainable, mankind has made every trap imaginable to catch rats and mice. Rats and mice do billions of dollars economically every year worldwide. Do-it-yourselfers have got into the act with upside-down bottles, modified snap traps, and my favorite, the vase smeared with peanut butter and the mouse does a dive bomb off the dresser drawer. But why reinvent the wheel? Did you know that the mousetrap snaps shut in less than 38 thousandths of a second? Every year there are 400 patents. Only about 20 make any money. The first trap was invented in 1897 by James Henry Atkinson and has changed very little since then. In the 1980s, glue boards were invented. They spread like wildfire until people realized the mouse died a slow and agonizing death, usually squealing. Well, there are advantages of snap traps. Snap traps are humane. They can be reused. They're very versatile. They can be anchored with a nail or a string, which is very helpful at times, not affected by heat or cold, and can be baited with many things. Not always food, sometimes some cotton, maybe some tinfoil. You just have to be creative. Of course, there's our gruesome glue board, but they are excellent tools, and they can be used to reduce or get rid of mice and rats very effectively. The advantages are they're disposable, they can be folded, they catch multiple rats or mice, they come pre-baited or it can easily be, and they also catch insects. Okay, let's talk some safety. We're big on that here at PetCemetery.com. Remember, the snap trap closes very quickly, 38 thousandths of a second. I slowed this video down as much as I could just to try to give you the best view. You wouldn't want your child's finger to be caught in that or a puppy's paw, so let's be careful. Okay, let's run through some basics. Bait your trap before you set it. Alright? And this is how we set it. Put it on the floor, put your foot on the back, grab the trap wire and pull it towards your toe, and then tuck it up underneath there and hold it down with your foot. Take the trigger arm, pull it over, and put it into the trigger slot, and slowly let go of the pressure so that the trigger arm catches the trigger, and then release your hand and then your foot, and you're all set. If it goes off, you're in the clear as long as you follow that protocol. Always grab your trap from the back, never the front. You don't want any false move. It's a hair trigger. It'll go off just for any old reason and your finger will get caught. If you've set it and you need to move it, don't reach for it if it's awkward. Take a pair of scissors, a screwdriver, something to move it out of so you can grab it safely. And as always, don't put them out in the open where dogs or kids can get trapped by them. Let's talk mice and rats. Mice will go in any direction from their nest, 10 to 15 feet, and rats 35 to 50 feet inside. Think multi-directional. Normally, we think horizontally. We have them in the kitchen, so we see mice in the pantry and behind the refrigerator, and we bait accordingly. And that's okay. You'll get some mice and rats that way, but the pesky problems sometimes involve more. You might need to go up in the attic or a drop ceiling to get to the heart of the problem and get rid of the mice and the rats. Perhaps down in the basement or a crawl space is another avenue. They can go anywhere, so remember, think in levels, think multi-directional when you're setting your traps or looking for evidence. Alright, how to place your trap. Here's the main key. Mice and rats run along the walls. They have very poor eyesight, so the walls give them security and they use their whiskers for that little bit of safety and feeling their way, much like a person with a cane who has trouble seeing. If you do put it away from the wall, it's seldom going to work. With the tongue end closest to the wall, as I have it set here, your best chance to get that rat or mouse is in that way. Also, they're excellent climbers, so take advantage of this. Find areas where you force them to get into your trap. If they're running up a wire, put the traps like a gauntlet. Use natural runways behind refrigerators and stoves, in between the cabinets. There's perfect runways. A glue board, a trap would work very well. But don't put anything too close, like a snap trap for rats, because that may hit the counter and give them a chance to escape. If you can't find a gauntlet or use one safely, you can always make one. Here I've used a toolbox and a vacuum cleaner and a big old box, and look at that great alleyway that a mouse or a rat would use. Here's another one, forcing that rodent right into the trigger of the trap. Alright, let's protect the kids. If there are no safe places to put it, we can always put it in a box. Professionals use rat stations or mouse stations. They're sometimes plastic or metal. I like using cardboard because it's quiet and muffles the sound, and they're very versatile. You can put your traps in there or your glue boards. If you don't have access to one, you can always make one. A shoe box, a pizza box. Just cut the hole as you see here on two sides and set your trap accordingly. Maybe smear some peanut butter on the inside to get them curious to go in, and you should get them right off. Okay, be safe, be creative, use common sense, and happy hunting. Thanks for visiting us here. As always, please come back to the site. Use the Ask the Bug Doctor tab for any questions that you may have. Tech tips where professionals use and give tips that they have from their experience. And as always, remember, finally a place for pests to rest here at pestcemetery.com.